Ella is an actress who has a complicated relationship with her father and stepmother, who was once her friend. She begins shooting a new movie, and the city is engulfed in fog, coinciding with the fulfillment of an urban legend about the Leatherman, a ruthless killer who is supposedly searching for his missing daughter and murdering anyone who gets in his way. The term auteur cinema is often used to describe films that desperately resist interpretation. To understand what is happening in them is not merely difficult, but practically impossible, because their creators consciously reject classical storytelling and express themselves not through the story they tell, but through cinematic language, atmosphere, and emotion. Nicholas-winning Refn created the cult classic Drive, which made his name known around the world. But each of his subsequent films has been even less accessible to the average viewer than the last. Until we got to Her Private Hell, a film in which visual style does not simply dominate the content, but replaces it. Her Private Hell is deliberately eclectic, and there is no apparent logic or even consistency to its internal structure. Its unappetizing recipe mixes Denis Villeneuve's Blade Runner 2049, Begon's Resurrection, and Wong Kar-wai's 2046. The music and cinematography evoke giallo thrillers from half a century ago. The female characters are starring in an intentionally trashy adaptation of a retro sci-fi comic book. And somewhere in the background lurks the ghost of David Lynch, who, next to Refn, might seem like a paragon of clarity. Her Private Hell practically begs to be subjected to thoughtful analysis, but it is a thankless task. It repeatedly leaves you at a loss with seemingly random references, half-written and unresolved conflicts, and patchwork editing. The movie runs for less than 2 hours, but it feels twice as long. In fact, everything moves so slowly that it seems as if the entire film has been deliberately slowed down by 20%. At a certain point, the urge to switch to 2x speed becomes almost irresistible. Yes, Refn still has an excellent eye for composition, and he works beautifully with color and light. The neon-hued imagery is mesmerizing and hypnotic, while the geometry of the frame and clever lighting make you want to peer into every detail. But all of this ultimately crashes against the agonizing emptiness of the story, in which all the portentousness conceals nothing remotely deep, or even particularly interesting. The characters speak only on rare occasions, but only because they have nothing to say to each other beyond pompous banalities. In this respect, Her Private Hell is reminiscent of Richard Kelly's Southland Tales, another once promising filmmaker who was hastily handed the keys to the kingdom after the wonderful Donnie Darko. Like Southland Tales, which became lost in the ambitions of its creator, Her Private Hell bombed at the box office. Although Refn is unlikely to end his career as ignominiously as Kelly did, many people still believe in him and see some higher meaning in his works. Perhaps you will see it too, but more than ever, a disclaimer is necessary here. Watch at your own risk, and only if you feel you're on the same wavelength as Refn, who seems to follow the code of Bushido. For him, there is no destination, only the creative search.